Welcome back to episode 3 of the Still Talking
Uno,
podcast.
dos, three.
That's tres?
Yeah.
Trois in French.
You're a twat. So we have already done this intro once, but we have a Sophie, and I will overlay a little clip here as to what she was doing and as to why we had to start again. But welcome back.
Welcome back. We smell like dog, I think, and she's low-key fuming at us. So
Yeah.
be prepared for her to ruin or entertain you, however you want to look at it.
So
yeah.
massive shout out to Jodie and Mark, first of all, because we have just come back from theirs, haven't
Yeah,
we?
and a banging roast.
Banging roast, which is why I look pregnant. We're not, but
Only for the viewers, obviously, on YouTube, because only some viewers on YouTube.
oh yeah,
that
for
will
the
see
Spotify
you.
members, I'm just fat. Hi guys, I look like Santa.
No, you don't.
Feel like Santa.
No,
I'm
you
so
don't.
full. We ate at 2:00.
Yeah,
And I'm stuffed.
it's because you don't have a limit. You see the limit, you go past the limit.
There are a lot of people starving in the world, so if people make food, you can't let food go to waste.
I'm not saying that, but you only
I
need
like cake.
I like it. Joey doesn't share food.
Joey doesn't. Sarah is Joey.
I don't share food. I do not share food, especially not Toblerone. Anyway.
That's why there's one in the pull-out that Sarah will not let me touch.
No, not allowed.
Right.
Not
Anyway,
permitted. Anyway,
how has your week been?
it's been really busy this week, but a good week nonetheless. I've had a couple of girls joining the team this week, so been some assessment weeks going down, and just general coaching carnage. Is that the word?
Mhm.
I've done all my sessions, steps. I've got some more. We've introduced some cardio this week, so I was back on the cross trainer in the garage, giving the neighbours a jump scare because I think I haven't done that since August.
I think it's been used since August.
No, I had to fight with it to get it back into position, and then I couldn't find the plug to where the plug went.
Because all my shit is covering up the cross trainer.
Yeah, no, but then I couldn't I didn't know where to plug it into, and I was really adamant that I didn't want to come and get you to do it for me because I was still low-key fuming that it had been moved, so I couldn't use it. So I was cursing you, and then
one could say Sarah couldn't find the hole.
Yeah, I couldn't find the hole. Well, anyway, yeah,
I would have.
I did. It's fine. And we got through it. Just gonna have to find something interesting to watch. There's a low. Do you know, there used to be a time when YouTube was good.
Right now, because we're on it, baby.
Well, that's the only thing that's good on it right now. But it's so much shit on there. Oh, I spent most of the time actually trying to find something to watch. But yeah. Anyway, how was your week?
Not as chaotic as yours. I found stuff to watch on YouTube this week.
I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, I don't really think you want to watch football podcast stuff, if I'm honest.
No, absolutely not.
Although you'd understand the offside rule then. The man's by the ball, and if he's too far over, it doesn't work, so no goal.
I don't care.
But the World Cup's coming.
I will ignore it and get publicly annoyed by it until if we get into the semi-finals or the finals, and then I'll get really excited and then won't actually.
Plural?
That's the one. Final, semi-finals, final.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I'll do the typical girl thing where we get excited. Now, I don't really care if you're a female and you like football, and I'm really happy for you, but I'm not that person. I'll get excited if we get into the latter stages, but other than that, nah, fuming. Don't want to watch it. Don't care.
I believe they call that glory hunter.
Don't care. Don't care. I'm being supportive of our country. Until then, no, not interested. No, just no, don't, no, yeah.
Sorry, guys. Doesn't like football, doesn't like Lord of the Rings.
No, don't.
Just wants to watch people parade around in underwear.
3 times I've tried to watch Lord of the Rings, and all 3 times I've fallen asleep. It's the most boring thing.
But you wouldn't know because you haven't watched.
But I tried.
Yeah, but with the wrong audience, when you've got someone as passionate about little Frodo Baggins as
No,
me.
but you know what? Watching stuff with you and you're passionate about something means I won't ever get to watch it because you'll go, babe, watch this bit, this bit, this bit, this bit. Oh my God, so the behind the scenes and the deleted thing and blah, 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 blah. And I won't get to watch it anyway. And I might as well just go and have a sleep. So
it's fine because you look like Gollum anyway.
I definitely don't.
Schmeagol.
I'm forced to be with you. For reference, I know that that's not But yeah.
For reference, for the people not watching, she just said, "May the force be with you," and did the Star Trek sign. So that's what I'm dealing with, guys. You think you've got a hard life? No.
I do it on purpose, and this is example A of doing it on purpose.
Right, if you do it on purpose, who does the sign? Who's the one that does the sign?
Is it Spock?
I'm proud of you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
well done.
See, do know these things. Don't have to watch all that daft shit to get involved with it.
You ruined it. We had a good thing going there, and you ruined it. Anyway, back to it.
Back to it.
Mum, it's still not clean.
No,
Jane.
she's not getting sacked. She's my right hand woman. Yeah, absolutely not.
Well, here's my right hand, Jane. No, I'm joking. We love Jane. My week's been good.
Good.
Same as last week. Don't ask me what I did. Can't remember.
We talked about how you were doing lots of driving. This is coming up this week, isn't it?
Yeah, so that starts on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, I'll be...
Got 4 days of peace. Kick in 12 hours and I'll be like, I'm so lonely all by myself. Yeah.
5 days.
Yeah, but yeah, honestly.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Monday.
And then I'm back Monday evening.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a day. And then I'm gone again.
And then you're gone again.
And then I'm back for a day.
And then you're gone again.
And then I'm gone again.
Yeah.
Until the following month. Oh yeah, you've got a lot of...
time on my own. I might just do some meal prep, read a book, do some work. That's pretty much what I'm going to do.
So read a book?
Probably not.
What'd you like? Can't read.
No, I can. I can. Thank you. I just choose not to.
No, you're an audiobook gal.
I am an audiobook gal. I like to listen to things. It's because I
Apart from me, she doesn't like listening.
I don't like listening to you. No, I just tune you out. I like to learn. Oh, I like to learn by listening, and I'll read along. I know she's out of frame, licking her fanny, so that's nice.
It's the second time a fanny's been mentioned in 3 episodes. Fantastic.
It's a current theme.
No comment. Yeah, my week's been good.
Good. Good.
Just leave that one there, I think.
I didn't write a quote down this week.
I haven't got a quote for this week.
Oh, fucked it.
So we spoke about it last night though.
Yeah, we did.
We had them.
Yeah, and then I've lost it. I need to use my phone notes more.
You said this last week.
I did.
Oh, my turn. You said this last week.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
How'd that go?
Yeah, I didn't. No. I'm going to do it this week though, because I've only got you a limited amount of time this week. So I'm going to have to write something down. Otherwise,
I say so much stupid shit. I'm sure you'll get one off by the end of this episode,
probably.
to be honest.
Yeah, probably. I thought I was going to be really productive and right. No, I didn't. Oh, sorry. Anyway. Can we just get her down off of there?
No, she'll sit down now. She'll be fine.
Okay.
Fucking cat. Yeah, it's been a busy week this week. Started with a new client, with the agency that we're building. So we got our first client's content done for that. That was quite cool.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck have I filmed for this week?
Actually, don't know.
I've had like 4. I had 4 or 5 jobs this week.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of jobs on, but if you ask me to say who they are,
Couldn't tell you. And I couldn't tell you.
was it the first week of the month? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was like Platinum, PFG.
Yeah.
No, PFG's next week. Platinum, Gunslinger.
Yes.
Max.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, you guys don't give a shit who I'm filming for. It's not what you watch, but yeah, I've had 4 or 5 jobs this week. Next week's chaos. Week after. This month is chaos in general. But it looks good for a bank balance.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. And then the bodybuilding season kicks off. So you're at a show. End
of the month.
First timers for that, aren't you?
First timers
BCA.
one, yeah. Birmingham. That's come around quick.
Coming around well fast.
Coming wow.
Well fast.
Wow. Jonathan Was. Yeah, that has come back around quick, to be fair. But yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, that's about it really. It's just work, edit,
work.
read my book.
Oh yeah,
I actually read.
How far are you? How long have you got on with that? So for context, you've been reading the series of what, 7 books?
9.
And you've got how much left now?
19% of the final book to go.
Which,
by the way, sounds like a really specific number, but on the Kindle it tells me the percentage.
Yeah.
Just in case people are like, how does he know it's 90? The Kindle tells me.
Kindle readers will understand that.
Yeah, most people don't read; they listen to audiobooks. So,
like me.
Yes. But yeah, 19% left, and don't really know what I'm going to do with myself after that. I'm devastated.
Oh, if you cry, I'm just going to be like, I'll lock you in a room with Marley in the front bedroom.
I got quite emotional
I bet.
yesterday reading. because one of the main characters died, and I was really sad about it.
Oh.
But to be fair, I've been reading these since June?
Yeah.
And I'm not a slow reader, by the way. That means like dope.
It's 9 books.
And
I haven't read one book in that time.
but they're between like 500 and 1,000 pages, so they are quite chunky. But yeah, I'm genuinely really sad that it's coming to an end.
Have you got something else lined up after?
Well, there's 4 books after the 9 trilogy about
the same thing,
the same world with some of the same characters and stuff. So I'm a little bit excited about that. I know, but it's like a prequel, and I didn't realize this book trilogy only came out. The book I'm reading now, book 9, came out. See, now you're yawning. Last week it was me. Now it's you. Sorry. Yeah, the last book only came out in like 2021, and then all of the like sub books that he's been writing about afterwards. So like one came out like last week.
Yeah.
And he's got plans for like another like 15. And he's only like, the geezer's only like 28, 31, something like that writes him. So he ain't going to be dead soon. So there's going to be a load of books coming. It's the Echo Saga for anyone. If you like Lord of the Rings and you like Game of Thrones and stuff like that, it's that sort of world. You've got elves, you've got dwarfs, you've got humans, you've got dragons. I like mythical shit. I can't read
factual stuff.
It's not factual. If you give me an autobiography, I'll read that. It's when you've got like Murder on a Train, I think was quite a big book. It's like if it's something that can happen in the real world.
I don't really care. Do you?
No, because it happens. You just watch the news for long enough and something bad's happened. Like crime dramas and stuff. I don't really like that. I like the mythical shit like Lord of the Rings. That's just my bag. I really enjoy it. But yeah, I'm sad it's coming to an end. I feel like it's been a big part of my life.
For all of 8 months?
9 months? It's nearly a year. It's 3/4 of a year that I've been reading that and getting entwined with these characters. And
you're going to tell everyone what you did on ChatGPT?
I'm not even embarrassed about that.
This is how like involved Michael gets with like books and things like that. Like, let's talk about the time that I took you to go see Wicked in the cinema and you were like, I'm not really impressed with this. We walked out of the cinema. He was like, okay. I woke up the next day to him scrolling through all the fan theories about
Right, sorry,
Wicked.
can I say 2 things? First of all, number 1, you've skimmed over that way. That is not the way it went. We went to the cinema because you booked the tickets.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I watching this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's be honest. I was like, and even
you were fuming.
I wasn't fuming. I was just like, I don't know how I'm going to be interested in this. Like, it's just, I don't like Wizard of Oz. Dorothy pisses me off, to be fair.
Like, I know you, though.
But you were sitting there and even you were like, I'm not sure how this is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
For a week and a half afterwards, I was singing Defying Gravity at the top of my lungs every time I was in it, like screeching it, by the way.
But literally the next day.
But yeah, you woke up the next morning and I woke up early, didn't I?
And you were going through all the, what?
How loud do you want to make any more noise?
I bumped my elbow this side.
Mind your bony elbows.
I can't help it. It's the only thing that is about bony, right, mate?
Not the only thing.
Yeah, you were just going through all the
lore.
Yeah.
But then I ruined the second half of the film for myself.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realise it was going to go that way. But anyway, going back to the book thing that you just said, yeah, I ChatGPT'd their faces because like I had an idea of how they looked in my head, but I got ChatGPT to find all the descriptions of all the characters and then create faces for it, and then it helped me picture it.
Some people use it for business. We use it for creative stuff like that.
Still creative. Technically, I created media, which is my job. No, I love it. I absolutely, honestly, because I read a couple of other books, book franchise before it. People might know Shadow and Bone on Netflix. It was quite a popular Netflix show. I didn't read those books. I read something from the same world, same books, but like a different set of characters.
Yeah.
I read those. There was only 2 books to that, and I was gutted when I finished that as well. But yeah, there's been 9 books, so I've really
got stuck in.
Yeah, I've just really enjoyed it, to be fair. It just takes me away from reality a bit. They're supposed to be making it into a TV show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's got rights for it. They've got rights to do it all, but I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Okay.
Don't butcher it. They always butcher it.
That's the worst thing when they do that.
TV shows get books, and then they make white characters black, Snape, and they just butcher the way it's written.
Just want it the way it's written.
I don't want wokeness to ruin the characters that I've been reading for a long time and that I've genuinely loved is the gayest shit you're ever going to say, right? But like I genuinely love the book and the characters and the way they're written.
Yeah.
So I don't want wokeness
to override it.
ruin
Yeah.
the way the books have been written,
Yeah.
like is happening everywhere at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And if people have a problem with me saying that, stop listening, because you're not going to like half the stuff that comes out of my mouth moving forward. But I mean no disrespect to anyone when I say that, but
you just want things the way they are.
The way they're written, the characters are written that way for a reason. So
Yeah.
why is Hollywood ruining that?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it. But yeah, really sad that the book's coming to an end. Might reread them.
You probably will read. Let's be serious.
I want to buy them. I want to buy the hardbacks.
Yeah.
But it's like 500 quid.
And you've been eyeing up a piece of Lego that's about 500 quid. So
No. I haven't eyed it up. I just saw it and was like, fucking hell, that's expensive. It's Pokemon, Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur.
I think you literally about 2 hours ago said, "Babe, I really want to buy this." I was like,
no, that was the Darth Vader one. That was the helmet.
No, but that was also the 9-inch piece of Lego. That was also the 9. Yeah.
No, I don't. We were talking to Mark and Jodie about it, weren't we? I
Yeah.
don't want to buy it because I'm not spending 500 quid. There's some Lego I'd buy. It was the Rome Colosseum, wasn't it? It was like £1,800.
Yeah.
Sorry, am I boring you now?
No, yeah, you are.
Now you know how it feels. You give me aggro for that yesterday as well.
Yeah. I don't care.
How the turn.
I said what I said.
Turned it.
One rule for me, one rule for you. That's how it works.
7 rings to rule them all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Anyway, so yeah, that's how our week's gone. Michael's just been eyeing up Lego, reading books, editing, and filming.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she's that sat down.
She's happy.
Happy as pig and shit now.
So yeah, that's what's been going on.
Yeah. And we haven't got any quotes because
No
we're
quotes.
useless at that. I did get a question.
Oh, quote of the week from Sarah.
What?
Make the full thing. Yeah. I can't do that either.
You can't do that?
No, I can't. I've got like incest hands, haven't I?
Yeah.
They're quite like webby.
Oh, what's that?
The stupid plants.
Oh, so I probably need to cut the pollen off.
Well, considering Sophie's allergic to it, and if it lands on the floor and she licks it, she'll get really ill.
She won't lick it though.
Really? Because she licks anything. She licked fox shit off my shoe and then got ill. Didn't she?
No. Anyway.
My point is, if
you don't have one.
No, my point is, if I'm getting up really early, I will do everything I can to be as quiet as possible. You
I'm
at
happy
6
for
in the
you.
morning, don't give a fuck.
Yes,
You're
I
like, well, it's
do.
morning, so yeah.
No, I am quiet. I'm going to film it one day and to make a point.
Yeah. You mean like the point you made about the your mum not putting carrots in lasagna? How'd that go?
Which, fun fact, I actually already knew. I can't believe I put my foot in that one, to be fair.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You're miles away from the mic.
I have made lasagnas before. Like, I can't believe I even said that. It's the whole chickpea scenario that's just a load of
We're not getting back into that, but like I said, that is a personal preference, and I would never do that if I was cooking it for a group of people.
Good, because no one wants it.
How's your custard phobia going?
Do you know what? I used to have a bin bag phobia as well, and I got over that. But custard is never going to happen.
Sorry, no, it's true. You had a bin bag phobia?
Yeah, nah. No. Like, no. Absolutely not.
All right, well...
Just the smell of them, the feel of them, nah. No.
Okay, let's grow up.
Makes, honestly, even
and
think about
elaborate on that instead of just icking at it. Explain where that came from.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I understand phobias of like spiders and the dark, because they're my two big ones, and stuff.
I
like
don't
that.
understand about the phobias about the dark.
You know the story.
It's
you know the fear I had though.
It's got light. It's dark. Daytime, nighttime. Like
Nighttime. Daytime. No,
nighttime.
do you not remember the reason that I had? Because I had the dream. Do you not remember?
No.
Yeah, you do. Look at the smoke. You just want me to out myself on this podcast.
Go for it.
You know the one I mean, though?
No.
No, be honest.
No, I really don't.
The one about me sleeping naked.
No.
I've had this conversation with you before.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I can remember it.
I had a dream when I was young that I got kidnapped and I was sleeping naked.
Oh, yeah, I do remember. Yeah.
So that's why I always sleep with boxers on as well.
Right.
There's no free willy here.
No, I can't sleep naked either, though, but it's just weird.
But my reason for that, I've just realised I've outed myself because that's not the reason I'm scared of the dark. That's not. The reason I'm scared of the dark is because when I used to smoke a lot of weed,
yeah,
I had when I lived at my mum's house, the bed was like there and then there was like a chair here and I used to throw clothes over it.
right.
I smoked way too much one night and like the whole fucking thing moved basically.
Yeah.
And you know when your like eyes can, and it looked like a demon.
So kind of similar to when I say to you, you're not allowed to hang your dressing gown over
Yeah.
the door because it just freaks me out.
Exactly the same thing. So that's got nothing to do with the whole sleeping naked thing. So I've just outed myself. But that's the reason I don't sleep naked.
I just
sleep
don't
naked.
understand the whole sleeping naked thing.
Well, like I said, I had a fear that I'd get kidnapped, and it's like, well, if I'm going to get kidnapped, I want a little bit of decency.
If anyone kidnaps you, they are welcome to you.
If anyone kidnaps me, they'll bring me back.
They will bring you
But yeah,
back.
that's the reason I sleep. That's the reason I always sleep with boxers.
Gagged.
Sounds like a party. But yeah, I was always worried that I was going to get kidnapped and me little winkle would be showing. So I was like, I want boxers to protect my dignity at least.
Oh.
Yeah, 31. Still sleep with boxers on.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
No, but the fear is still there.
The fear is always there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole beanbag thing, don't know. But I did get over it because I had to live by myself. So, but yeah, don't know.
Which you so eloquently put last week that you were more than capable of doing on your own.
Yeah, I am. Gonna have to do it a lot next week.
Oh, the dishwasher's going to be a mess.
It's going to be beautiful.
Happy International Women's Day.
Yeah, happy 6 years since COVID.
Tomorrow, isn't it?
No, today.
March 10th, we went into lockdown.
Oh, I thought you said it was today.
No, we had this conversation earlier and I said to you.
I wasn't listening. It's the 9th tomorrow, babe, not the 10th.
So I left on the 7th. I left Sainsbury's on the 7th of March.
Mm-hmm.
That was on a Friday. He announced it on the 8th, but I think it started on the 10th.
Surely if he just announced it on the 8th, it was with immediate effect. It's not going to be like, as of the 48 hours time that you have to spread coronavirus.
Shush. Alexa, what was the date when England went into its first COVID lockdown? She's fucking useless. ChatGPT has taken over because Alexa doesn't know what she's doing half the time.
We actually didn't talk about what our childhood aspirations
We'll go back to it.
We'll talk about yours.
No, we'll go back to it.
I've got 1% battery.
Well, my phone's over there.
When did COVID UK... Ooh.
Surely if you've got 1% battery, you'd have been better off talking into that instead of typing.
Lockdown happen. No, she weirds me out if I speak to it. Boris announced by Boris on the 23rd of March. People were told to stay at home.
Wait, so I left?
Yeah, you're wrong. Go on, admit it to the people.
Well, I must have left on the 22nd of March then, because it was the day of... Did he announce it on a Saturday?
23rd of March, just says 23rd of March.
Yeah, because he announced... I remember leaving on the Friday, going chilling with Andy that Friday night, and the Saturday night I was having dinner with my mum, and we had like the news on, and it came up, and it got announced. So I've always thought I left Sainsbury's on the 7th of March, but I must have left on the 22nd of March. Yeah. Or the 23rd if it was a Friday, whichever way that falls.
Yeah.
I think it was the day after. But yeah, that's mad.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're not quite there yet.
Not quite there yet, but it's 6 years. I can't believe that.
That's where's that gone? 6 years.
Yeah, crazy. But yeah, happy International Women's Day.
Congratulations, you were born with a vagina. Today is your day.
Thank you very much.
Happy International Women's Day, Soph.
She does not care.
She's like, feed me.
She does not care.
Right, so questions.
Well, question. Because you all hate us, so we don't have any questions.
Yeah, they all hate us, and we posted it 2 hours ago asking for questions.
Should be more than all over that. I'm disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
She's been in a relationship with me for 6 years, guys. She's used to that.
Disappointed.
Not in that way, guys.
So childhood aspirations. I wanted to be a vet.
Oh yeah, no, we did start this because I said I didn't want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with yours. I feel like yours is more like upbeat. Well, actually, it's not.
Not really, because then I realised how long you have to train to be a vet, and then actually realise you actually more so work with dead animals rather than live ones. Yeah. So yeah, I thought better of that, to be honest. And my old sister-in-law was a vet, and yeah, there's a lot of like stuff that I think people don't realise that vets have to do, and I just think.
Yeah, I imagine it's a lot of sad, like. Again, like obviously, Maisie was in the vets a lot before she passed away.
Yeah.
Soph's been in and out of the vets with
God knows what.
Everything that she's had going on. She had
she had E. coli, didn't she?
Yeah, she got E. coli, hence the fox shit comment earlier.
Yeah.
But when we were in there, like there was, because we were in the vets a lot, especially with Maisie at the end of last year.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the amount of emergency things they had to do to like help other animals and stuff. And then obviously when Sophie went in, when she went on fluids for 24 hours, obviously we had that family that was saying goodbye to their dog, and there was like little kids, and that just like, it's hard enough when it's your pet and you're losing them, but when you see little kids losing the childhood, it's so sad. Like, and then you're always going to be the vet that is
like associated
remembered with that. Like
Yeah.
like the vet that put Maisie down. She's a great vet. Like
Yeah.
her name's Charlotte. Like she works
Yeah.
at St. Anne's. She's great. Like, but I will never not see her and not remember that. Even though
Yeah.
she did so much good to
Mhm.
help Maisie for us to bring her home.
Yeah.
You will always remember her. Whenever if you saw her in the street, the first thing you think of is
Is that.
that's the vet that was with us when we said goodbye.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit. I mean, yes, I think of that, but also I had like a lot of animals growing up that like passed away or were put down or whatever.
Hamsters and shit don't count though because you just throw them
No,
in the
but
back
we.
garden and well, Big Man's in. It's
Yeah,
not thrown in the back garden.
it's not thrown in
He's
the
dug.
back
He's
garden.
been dug a grave and stuff, and he's
Yeah.
got his little coffin. But my point is, like, it's different. I think when it's cats and dogs, it's different from other little.
Yeah,
pets.
we had red setters. We had like 3 Irish setters.
Yeah.
We had my granddad's dog Gilbert.
Well, I had Lady and Onion as well, didn't I? I think.
But they obviously you only dealt with one pet passing away, whereas like, well, no, but Onion didn't die until like a few years ago.
Oh yeah, we were together. Yeah, she was 24 when she died.
24, like so you didn't have that. Whereas, like I think like obviously I had Maisie for 15 years and I had her since she was 4 weeks old. So yeah, it fucking sucked. But like I kind of was. I was eventually okay, and I'm all right. I think, and I think that's just because I've
more
gone through
exposed to it, yeah,
as a child, yeah.
But I think that's the thing, isn't it? Like, it doesn't take away from the loss, but you do adapt to it more.
Yeah.
When you experience it more, it's the same as anything.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's different for different animals. Like when Big Man passed, like we were upset. He was
so
our hamster, by the way. Like he was a good boy as well. Like he was our Easter purchase, wasn't he? A couple of years ago,
yeah.
we went looking at bathrooms and kitchens.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, I need to go look at a bathroom because I was having the bathroom done. Like,
so we went to Wickes, didn't we, and had a look around, and then came home with a hamster.
Yeah.
And the reason we picked him was because he was literally pushing everyone out the way to get food, and we were both like, can relate to that.
Can relate to that.
So yeah, he was 2.5 as well, though. He had a good life.
Yeah, he did have a good life.
But losing him isn't the same as like losing Maisie.
No, it's not the same.
Like,
or if we had like, yeah. But yeah, as I wanted to be a vet, but then I realised that I think they had like a TV program all about vets when I was younger. I was like Vets in Practice or something, I think it was called. And I was like really obsessed with it. And actually, the more I watched it, the more I was like, oh, actually, no, probably not. And then I got into dancing, but I got into dancing really late. And so I tried to do, I did all my A-levels in dance and stuff as well. And then when it came to like applying for schools, like I like Dorian Bird and is it Talia Conti and all that kind of stuff. I then started to listen to like or hear all the horror stories that were coming out. Like they were obviously not exclusive to those schools. They're just names out the hat. But there was like stories about people watching you, what you were eating, like weighing you in, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and
I mean, I didn't get into dance at all, but I heard those stories.
Yeah, and I just thought,
and it was quite a toxic sort of place.
I just thought, nah, and my mum was really realistic with me. She was just like, you know, your life would be like living in the back of a van, effectively, like getting changed, like being backstage all the time. Like it's not glamorous at all. And like I coach dancers now, and I know how hectic their life is, and I just think crazy. Like hats off to them because it's go go go, like at the drop of a hat's notice. Like one of my girls like had to fly to Israel to go and work like the other week. Just
that's not the place to be right now.
Yeah, like literally at the drop of a hat, and then she's trying to factor in training and everything else. Like one of my guys, he's working on a cruise ship and trying to like factor in, like it's bonkers, like the stuff that they do, but they do it and they don't complain. But yeah, and I just think, God, that's crazy. Like, but yeah, and that didn't work out, and then I got in a car accident, and then I kind of ventured off into banking and insurance.
Bit different from
dancing,
different, isn't
it? Bit different. Yeah.
I never really knew what I wanted to be, if I'm honest.
You went straight into Sainsbury's from school, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, ish. I enlisted in the army when I was 17. I did my barb test, and when it came to the medical I have ADHD. I have ADHD. If people didn't know, right?
And
Like
you're diagnosed.
diagnosed ADHD. I got diagnosed when I was 6 years old, so I was on tablets from the age of 6 up until 16.
Mhm.
I actually stopped taking my tablets the day before my 16th birthday, before I started my GCSEs.
Yeah.
So then when I was 17 and I signed up to join the army and stuff like that, I passed my barb test, I did all of that. But when it came to the medical, I wasn't allowed in because the rules back then, this was like 2011 I left school. So 2012, 2013.
Yeah. Sorry, I've rubbed off on you and I.
Rub off on me whenever you want. When I was, so yeah, that was like 2012, 2013. So back then, you had to have been off the medication that I was on, which was Concerta, for 2 years. I'd been off it for 2 years,
But
but
you
I'd
hadn't.
officially been off it 2 months because
You had no proof.
I had no proof. So they were like, you need to come back. You have to be off it for 2 years as of this date today. So we'll see you in 2 years if you still want to do it. And then from 17 to 19, life changes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I actually did geography. I wanted to be a politician when I was in year 10.
That doesn't surprise me.
And I actually did sociology, psychology, and politics. I cannot remember what the A level's called. Yeah, so I did politics as well, but I lasted 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And so I did sociology, psychology, and yeah, politics at college. I dropped out of psychology after week 1 and moved into doing geography and geology.
Right.
So my topics at college
That's so random.
were geography,
Yeah.
because I thought geography was going to be about flags and countries,
Oh.
because I didn't do geography at GCSE level.
No.
So I thought, well, I know about countries and stuff. Like, as we know, I'm really good
Yeah,
with
you're
like,
really good with flags.
countries, flags, and all that sort
Yeah.
of stuff. So I was like, oh, geography, the world, cool. Oh, that could be fun. Geology, I didn't want to do, but I had to do geology to do geography. Didn't link them together at the time.
Yeah.
It's about fucking rocks, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
This is a normal rock. This is a crack rock. This is Helsham.
For God's sake.
So I was doing. So yeah, the courses I was doing was geography, geology, politics, and sociology.
Yeah.
I then dropped sociology straight away as well. I
Yeah.
then dropped geology. So I was the only person in college that was doing only 2 subjects.
Right.
And I was a prick in my first term,
Yeah.
like the first few months, first term, isn't it?
Yeah.
I went to every single class. I did everything I was supposed to. I didn't miss anything. I was a proper little good boy.
Yeah.
Then I met Alex.
And then
And
it
then I
all went
fucked
to
college
shit.
off. I was like, whatever, go away. I was on a contract at college for like behaviour,
Yeah.
because I kept skipping classes and stuff. So the agreement was made that I would do bricklaying the year after, because I wasn't built for A levels. So they let me just do geography and geology for the whole year,
Right.
because then I got kicked out. I got kicked out of politics as well for reasons I can't actually
Talk about.
but I may or may not have called one of the prime ministers a paedophile.
Brilliant.
Might have.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Oh,
I was wrong though. I was wrong though. It wasn't a politician. It was a prince. But anyway.
Anyway.
So yeah, I went and did bricklaying because I was like, oh, building seems cool. And then yeah, I started working at Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
So I did my bricklaying level 2 alongside Sainsbury's, but then Sainsbury's offered me a full-time job. So I took that.
Yeah.
Which means I left college. So for then 7 years, I came out of college with my level 2 bricklaying, but I'd never done a day on site or anything.
No.
And then, I ended up working at Sainsbury's for 7 years, and it was only maybe 4 years into that, I was like, I can't fucking do this anymore. Like, this is not the future or the job that I want to do.
Yeah.
There's no future in which they're never going to make me a manager because my personality, I'm too blunt.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck. I'm just going to be a grunt for my whole life.
Yeah.
And I don't want that.
No.
So I was like, fuck it. Do you know what? Let's go back and do plumbing. I was like, world's always going to need plumbers.
Yeah.
So I went back. That's how I met Gunslinger. I met Steve.
Yeah.
He was the technician at the time. Went back, got my qualification, blah, blah, blah. Stayed at Sainsbury's. Ended up working with Joe a few years later. I think I did college in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And then I worked with Joe in 2020, but then lockdown happened. And then obviously 2024, I started doing the videography and photography. Obviously, we're cutting out
Yeah,
mass
you're like
amounts.
skimming over it a little bit.
Yeah, but again, we've spoken briefly about that before.
Yeah.
Like, it was a hobby, now it's a job.
But even like, I think the story about how you started working with Joe, like, I think so many people like will just, they see things from the outside and they think you just fell into things. Actually, this is when
I
me and
stalked
you,
him.
yeah,
I stalked him,
yeah,
like, completely. So I did my interview with him. I'd because of my age, you've got to remember, I was 26, 20,
yeah,
24, 24, 26. I can't remember the age, something like that. So in order for people to take me on as an apprentice, once I got my plumbing qualification, they would have to pay a lot more money to send me to college to do the 1 day
yeah, because I was
apprenticeship.
going to do like hairdressing, I think back in whenever it
Yeah,
was, and it's the same thing.
Yeah, they didn't want to take that chance. So I think I got about 40 no's from businesses around East London, like building companies. They were like, "No, it's not worth it," and that's what they were saying to me. They were like, "Nah, it's not worth it."
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
So I spent like £3,500 going back to college. Every saving I had to pay monthly for it, and like it was a lot of money. So then it got to the point where when I went back to college and did plumbing, I was doing college for 2.5 days, and I was working at Sainsbury's for 3.5 days.
yeah,
So I had 1 day off, but I would leave college at 12 on the half day, go to work to Sainsbury's till 10.
yeah.
And so and I didn't drive back then either. So I was walking
No,
from
walking
college.
through them, yeah.
And it was just like, I was doing all this to save up to pay for the college to get out of the job I didn't want to do anymore. And I was looking through, like, I think it might have been Indeed. And there was a job application for Max Property Solutions.
Yeah,
And I was like, but it had ended that day.
yeah.
I was looking at like 6 p.m. and it said job advert ends 5 p.m. that day,
5 p.m.
but his phone number was on there.
Yeah,
So I messaged him and I was like, I'm really sorry I missed it. And I explained my age, who I was. I was like, is there any chance I can come for an interview?
yeah,
He messaged me back. He was like, yeah, come to this coffee place tomorrow. And then I did some research into the company and I was like, oh shit, he's an ex-soldier. He's,
yeah.
knows his shit, cool, blah, blah, blah. I went to the interview and I was shitting myself. And he was quite intimidating.
Yeah, yeah, you
Like,
can be.
he was really intimidating when we sat in that coffee shop when I didn't know him. Now I'm like, fuck off. Like, no chance. Like, he's a teddy bear. But at the time, I was quite intimidated. Like, because I thought that was the job I wanted to do. I wanted to be a builder. I wanted to do that. I didn't get the job.
No.
Kane got the job instead of me. Just
Because you didn't drive, right? Yeah.
So it came down to me. Joe had like 30 interviewees and they were all shit. They were awful.
Yeah.
He was like, it was between me and Kane. I came out of that interview and I said to my mum, I was like, there is no way anybody beats me on that interview.
Yeah.
And it came down to the fact I didn't drive.
Yeah.
So the next day I booked my first driving lesson.
Yeah.
When he called me and told me, I cried.
Yeah.
When I didn't get that job because I was like, all I want to do is get out of this fucking shithole.
Yeah.
And if any of you that work there are listening, it's a shithole. Town centre one, shithole.
Well, it's just like working for any kind of like, it's at the time I worked for Lidl and I think I worked for them for like 2 months and I'm one of the managers.
2 weeks.
No, technically 2 months. I did 2 weeks worth of shifts. They paid me for 2 months. Nice. Reasons I can't talk about.
But yeah, we had crackheads. Town centre.
So well, so did we. Like the Lidl I worked at was literally outside the Kersal estate in Southend. It is an absolute dive.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. So yeah, but like it does. It just makes you feel stuck.
Yeah, and that was what I felt. So I literally the next day I booked my first driving lesson.
Yeah.
And then like 4 months later I passed my test because he'd said to me, he was like, if I ever get a second position open up, I'll let you know.
Yeah. So you just hounded him.
Every sort of 3 months, 4 months, I'd check in. I'd be like, how is everything? Have you still got that apprentice? If you ever need another one, let me know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still... And after that interview, I knew I wanted to work for him.
Yeah.
There was just something about him. And
Yeah.
he's one of my best mates now. So it was almost like...
It was like...
fate.
Yeah. You just get that natural click, I think, with some people, don't you?
And I really knew I wanted to work with him. So yeah, I'd just passed I'd had my license for a few months. So I took mum shopping and I bumped into him at Asda. And he was like, oh, Kane's nearly finished his apprenticeship. I'm looking at doing another one. Are you still interested? I was like, please. Like, take me. So then he's like, after Christmas, come in for a day. We'll have a chat, see how it all lines up. Did that. All went well. Agreed to start with him. He was like, don't leave just yet because I need to make sure I can get funding and I need through like a thing. And I was like, yeah, cool. Okay. Next day I handed him my notice at Sainsbury's. I waited 7 years to do that. I had plans about how I was going to take a shit on the manager's desk and I was going to do all this stuff.
Aw.
And I actually got really upset when I handed in my notice.
Yeah, I bet you did, because you're an emotional.
I was 18 when I
Yeah.
started. I was 25 when I left.
Yeah.
When I started, that store was ranked one of the worst stores in the country. The year I left,
Yeah.
it was ranked the #1 store in the country. That's not because of me, but it was just seeing that transformation and that change.
Yeah. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
And then, so I ended up working with Joe for 4 years and realised I'm shit at building. But yeah, so I wasn't built for building in the end. Joe wanted me to not take over the company, but do the groundwork while he would move into the office. And I didn't have that love for the job that I thought I would have. And the reason I've said all of that, which I appreciate for people listening, that was a lot to hear. The reason is, it's like when you go back to the original question at the start of it of what did you want to do?
Yeah.
To what I do now doesn't fucking matter.
No.
You have these dreams as kids, and you have this idea of what you want to do with your life. And then you get out of school into college and realize life doesn't give a fuck what you want to do.
Yeah.
Unless you're so dedicated to something at a young age that you can give everything to it.
Do you know what? I really respect people, really respect people that have a vision when they're young and they just go after it. I really do, because I actually think there's so much to be said in having that kind of tunnel vision of that's what I want to do, that's what I'm going after, because I guarantee along that journey, along that process, there'll be so many noises and distractions and things come in the way to stop someone doing what they want to do.
But to counter that,
yeah,
what if there was better things for them that they avoided, that they didn't end up experiencing, and paths they didn't go down because they were so tunnel visioned on that thing that they think they want to do when they're a kid? You have no idea of the way the world works as a kid. So you can have that idea, and don't get me wrong, for some people they have that passion and they just know.
That's what I mean. I admire people that are passionate about whatever they're passionate about and they just go after it and they don't care what anyone else says.
I think going from,
because I just think there's so many flaky people that say they're going to go after things and then they just
get the dopamine hit from talking about it.
We've talked about that before, but they just drop off at the drop of a hat, and it's just it's so boring. It's so boring.
Having experienced it the way I've done it, of serving burgers at Knockatch at 17 for £3.68 an hour back then, which it's not a lot of money when you're 17.
Well,
no, but my point is to go from doing that to wanting to be a builder, or doing bricklaying, to working in a supermarket for 7 years, to then doing building work for 5 years, to now running a business, a media company.
Yeah.
That journey, I would never have got to there if I had have had a fixed vision this way the whole time. And I think that journey is so much more fun than being locked into a goal or a passion that you think you have as a kid. You might have been and enjoyed something so much more.
Yeah.
But you never diverted from that fixed path that you set yourself.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. But yeah, I just respect dedication and drive and...
Oh, of course. And I think for me it's difficult because I never had that vision of what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to sit there and say, well, you could have done this, because I don't know how it felt to only want that one thing.
Yeah.
I know how it felt to want the building work for so long and keep getting rejected.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, I wasn't very good at that anyway. So
I just think it that love and admiration I have for people that can do that. It's the same as I really respect people that go after hustle culture. I hate it when people are like, oh, hustle culture is rah, rah, rah. Just shut up. It's because you've never achieved anything in your life. It's because you've never actually worked hard for anything in your life. And I just
but some people
I think that whole thing.
But some people aren't built for the hustle culture. Some people are literally built.
I was never built for hustle culture. I think. No, but you say that now.
No, but you clearly were. You were built for it. You just used the tools that you got along the way to become that person. Some people genuinely are built for that 9-to-5 life. Go home, no stress, no worry. Some people are just designed for that.
Yeah.
I think you're either designed
But
for...
don't shit on people that do that. No, that's my irritation.
But then it becomes jealousy, doesn't it? Because they could never do that.
Yeah, I think that's what annoys me. She is not having this today.
No, she's not happy, is she?
Yeah,
you don't shit on other people for doing it.
Don't shit on other people because they want to work hard and they've got drive and ambition and they want to go and achieve something and they're happy to work all hours under the sun to get there. I think there's
But that's one thing that's massively different between this country and like America. I can't remember who we spoke to about it, but it's almost like in America, like people that are entrepreneurs and have their own businesses are respected by other people there, and everybody hypes each other up.
Whereas in England, you've got tall poppy syndrome.
Yeah, it's people are jealous, and they're like, "What do you mean you've done that?" But because they could never do it, they're like, "Well, that's a stupid idea."
But if you tell someone they're jealous, they'll say, "Oh, don't be so ridiculous."
But I think a lot of times it's subconscious.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even realise they're jealous. They're just like, well, I can't do that, so how can you do that?
Like the amount of times that I've had in preps or wherever, oh, it's all right for you. I'm like, what part of my life has it been all right for me? Because I fucking tell you for free.
Yeah,
none of it's been all right for me.
Yeah, you've got to where you are through pure hard work, not stopping when the chips are down and just strapping on your big boy boots and just getting the fuck on with it regardless.
Yeah.
But that's also why you're in a position now that you're in.
But like I see other people that like work really hard and I see that they all get it as well. Like, oh, it's all right for them. It's like, no, usually people work that hard because something in their life has happened to them to be like, no, you know what, like I'm going to show up for myself. But yeah, it just, like, I think it's really interesting to watch people and where they've come from because I don't think I've ever talked about really where I've come from, what the things I did. Like I worked at a barber's for like £15 a day when I was, like 15, 16. And I used to work there every Saturday to afford a horse riding lesson on a Sunday. And I'd work at a livery yard to gain an extra half hour or whatever. I was just like, from that, I did flyering, I did any like little job that was going, like I'd work really, really hard. And I got like an element of jealousy off of like someone close to me. And I remember this because and I won't say like who, but I remember my mum being like, they're just jealous. And I think even back then I was like, what do you mean they're jealous? Like, I just don't understand. So then when I moved out at 19, I moved out with literally no savings, no nothing. And started working like for RBS. I worked on the phones and I just had to learn that skill. But I had to have a second job to support myself. So I worked in a student bar. So, and then RBS let me go because I went to go and view a flat and I was late back for my shift. And because I was a temp worker, they just sacked me. So I literally had nothing. And then was working at the pub. Luckily, like my bosses like said, oh yeah, you come and work, we'll step your hours up or whatever. So step my hours up. I had to go to the job centre to try and like get me some form of top up while I was trying to find something else. Never ever got a payment from the job seekers, ever. And nothing ever came through, nothing ever of it. Like I had got my foot rolled over by a man in a wheelchair outside of it, got spat out. Like it was a horrendous situation to be in. Like it was awful. And I was like, I literally lived off bags of frozen vegetables, gravy and mint sauce for weeks. Like for weeks. I mean, luckily I'd had slight warped relationship with food back then anyway, so I kind of really didn't like starving myself. Wasn't really
a bodybuilder with a fucked up problem with food. Who knew?
Who knew? So yeah, like I did that. You know, I worked over like Christmas days. I didn't come home. Like all that. I was living in Essex. I was like, and I didn't drive. And then one of the bouncers came into the pub one day, and his actual full-time job was what we refer to a band 4 in RBS, which is quite high up. And he was like, "Oh, this job's going in fraud. Do you wanna go to this open day thing they've got?" I remember I was like, yeah. So I handed my CV in. They called me in for an open day. And I remember sitting in bed the morning of that, and I'm just not going to bother going. Like, what's the point? I've literally got no experience. other than just like sitting on the phones at RBS. And off, literally, it was on a whim. I was like, do you know what? Fuck it, I've got to lose. And I did the open day, got given a job in actually a part of a team that they were making. They were like, I think you'd actually be really good for this other thing we're doing. So I worked on it was called cross-channel telephone monitoring, and it was like people, you know, when you call up to transfer money through telephone banking or internet banking, it was that, but it was actually the fraud monitoring of that. And we had to try and like ID people. The system would kick off if it was like say you're based in Eastbourne, but someone was calling from Scotland with your bank account details and they were trying to transfer money. The banks had this like a system that they could pick that up, and that would flag through. We'd have to go through different additional monitoring with them without them realizing we weren't telephone banking. So it was like all like covert.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
You were a spy for RBS.
We were. It was really great. No, for Lloyd's. I worked for Lloyd's.
You said RBS.
No, oh yeah, I did say RBS.
You did say
didn't
RBS.
I? Yeah, no, it was for Lloyd's TSB. And yeah, I worked there for a few years, and I loved that job. Because we like
You were spies.
We were. We got
like, you like James Bond level shit.
We got to stop fraudsters. We got like it was a bit scary because I had like people be like used to ring through and I'd stop transfers going through, and they'd say, "Oh, you're wearing a yellow and green striped jumper today. I'm going to be standing outside Essex House waiting for you." And that was horrible.
Shit.
It was really scary, but like obviously nothing ever happened. Like it was ridiculous, but yeah, I ended up leaving there because I wouldn't wear a cardigan in 30-degree heat because I had tattoos on my arms.
Yeah, because obviously that would have been a time where you weren't supposed to show off tattoos because it meant you were a scumbag.
Well, we were not customer facing. We were on the 8th floor of a high-rise building.
Yeah. But back then, you weren't allowed to show off your tattoos.
No, but it was all right for Donna, who had a dolphin on her shoulder. But because I had like stuff on my arms, I wasn't allowed that. Yeah, I literally remember one day I had like all this overtime booked, and I was sick of it. I was just, I'm boiling hot. There's no aircon in this office, no aircon at all. It was just all fans, and I'd got conjunctivitis the week before from this fan blowing in my face. And I was like, do you know what? Fuck this. I'm not doing this anymore. Took my jumper off, and I remember my band 5 or whatever she was like behind me being like, put your jumper back on. And I was like, no. She was like, oh, I'm going to put you front. I was like, cool, I'm going to cancel all my overtime. I think I cancelled like 30 hours worth of overtime. And they were like, and they needed it because we had so much work coming in. And I was one of the first like people that would always plug the overtime, always. I just cancelled the whole lot. And then I was walking home one day and bumped into a girl that I worked with at RBS, and she was like, oh, I'm working for an insurance company. Do you want to come for an interview? And then that's how I went and worked for an insurance firm. So similar to like the whole Joe situation, I got taken in for an interview at a company called Select and Protect, and then I didn't get that job. And then they were like, oh, we'd be interested in talking to you about another job that's coming up. So like by that point, I was really unhappy where I was working. So I used to ring up every week. You got that interview for me yet? You got that interview for me yet? Sit on the top floor of the restaurant, like cafe at work, and they'd be like, oh, are you calling Lloyd's? Are you calling this insurance company again? Yes, I am. I've been hunting them down. And this HR woman must have just got sick of me to the point where Sam Dancy, who is now a good friend of mine, was like, oh, this bitch won't fucking stop ringing up. It was like, I got in for a second interview, and he sat me down and he was like, your CV's shit. And I was like, yeah. And he went, but you're relentless. And I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
And that's how I got the job there. That's how I got into insurance. Just similar to you, like hunting it down and being like,
but
not
even
taking no for
the
an
one
answer.
thing I didn't say as well was how I got the Sainsbury's job.
Yeah.
Because I did my work experience there.
Yeah.
When I was at school. When I was 15 years old, I did my work experience there at that store.
Yeah.
And they were like, when you're 18, come back, we'll see if we get a job, if we can get you a job. When I turned 18, I went back and I bumped into the because back then there was a proper HR team and there was like full teams, whereas obviously now they just cut everything down. You've just got one woman managing like fucking 25 shops in HR. But yeah, I saw the bloke. He was outside having a cigarette at the Arndale Centre. And I was like, and he remembered me. And he was like, how you doing? I was like, I'm not too bad. I was like, I'm working at Knockouts. I was like, you got any jobs available? He was like, funny you are, somebody quit today. So, and he was like, and the 2 other roles that we had are filled.
Yeah.
He was like, so do you want to come in for an interview? I was like, yeah, when? He was like, now. I was like, I'd just gone to Brantano's to get some shoes. So I went for the interview and he was like, we haven't even put the position up yet. So he literally said to me, because I knew the people that were there were the people that were still there. So one of them said to me, he was like, we're not interviewing anybody else for this. So just basically don't fuck up the interview and the job's yours. 18-year-old me, he's like, it was like January 2013.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So yeah, my interview for Sainsbury's was sitting in a spinny chair, spinning around, having a catch up with the bloke that had looked after me during my work experience 3 years prior. And to this day, the only job interview I've ever had.
Yeah, because you haven't had any others.
Was Joe.
Yeah.
I've had one job interview in my life, didn't get the job. Still worked for the fucker though, didn't I? But I think the whole, obviously, we've just spoken a lot about our stories and stuff with where we are now.
Yeah.
But the fundamental message that oh, her little face.
Not having it, bruv. So
but the fundamental message is shit's not going to fall in your lap.
No, it's not.
If you don't graft for it,
yeah,
you're not going to get it.
No, and you need to stop moaning about work, about an outcome you're not getting from work you're not doing.
Yeah.
Regardless of what it is. Like it's.
Is that a Mel Robbins quote?
No, I don't know. Maybe.
She's got a quote on that, hasn't she?
She might have, yeah. No.
So really quickly, I'm going to leave this in.
She's chewing.
Obviously, if you watched the last episode, you would have seen Sophie at the end of it. She's a Bengal, which means she's a prick.
She's an arsehole. She's basically spent the whole of this podcast moaning, wailing, running around, being cute as hell, don't get me wrong, but also noisy. She found a bobble that I had and has chased it underneath the chest of drawers I've got, or chest that I've got here. And then I had my watch and another bobble sitting on the floor, and she decided to try and chase this one. So I picked it up, so she decided to try and chew my watch instead.
Put your jumper there in between the 2 mics. See if we can just get her on it.
She might sit on it. Do you want to sit on this? Yeah, of course she does. Do you want to sit on that?
Yes. We'll be on the podcast.
You can sit down. Yeah.
Good girl. But yeah, so if you can hear her throughout this podcast, I'll try my best to edit it out.
But, she's just the third host, to be fair.
But in reality, yeah, she's just a gobshite.
She is a gobshite. But yeah, it's very much like you can't complain about the work, about the result you haven't got from the work you've not done.
Yeah.
If you're just half-assing things, and as well, like, in your heart of hearts, if you're just half-assing things and you're just phoning things in, and actually rather than giving it some time and some attention and actually going in on things, then you don't deserve the result. Like you really don't.
No, people don't want to work for success.
No,
they don't. And also I find,
especially with the rise of AI, I think people just want the easy way out.
Yeah, and I think people also don't see the work that other people put in.
No, and we've talked about that before.
And again, like in your industry especially.
Oh yeah.
Like people think, like, again, if anybody's listening to that and what I'm about to say and they take offense to it, good. When you've got kids trying to be online coaches, and I'm talking kids 16, 17, 18, trying to become an online coach, I respect the fact that you want to try that, but I don't respect the fact that you just expect to get clients and the fact that you think you can make a difference to their lives when you haven't got any life experience yourself.
Go and do your qualifications. Go and get on a gym floor.
PT,
and rather than going to a gym and just sitting in the staff room, go and get amongst people. Go and work with different people of different walks of life, or go and work. If you're
and get the life experience and learn from these other people. I think if you're like, my honest belief on it is, if you're 17, 18 years old and you're telling people how you can help their transformations, how can you do that when You've got Sally, who's 44 with 4 kids and 2 jobs that wants to, whether it's lose weight or just look after herself more. At 18 years old, what can you possibly know?
Yeah.
What can you possibly have experienced? You might have the qualifications. You might have got your PT qualifications, which is great on paper. I know people that went and did media studies, and I'm a better videographer than them, and I learned from YouTube, and I learned from doing the job. And I have life experience, so I know how to deal with people. At 18, you cannot help a 44-year-old that has all of the problems that I've just listed.
No.
There is just absolutely no way.
No. I don't know, when it comes to coaching, I think as well, like a lot of it is actually more mental, and it's more accountability than it is anything else. Like on paper, yeah, you can learn to pull someone's calories down 100%, but can you pick up the language they use? Can you pick up the way they speak to themselves? Can you pick up can
you pick them up on the days when they're at their lowest because their kid's ill and work is super stressful and they don't know how they're going to pay the mortgage that month, but they don't want to leave coaching because they see that you're making a difference.
Yeah.
So they're trying to figure out how to balance all of that.
Yeah.
But you're living in your mum's spare room, paying 0 rent, talking about how, yeah, it's fine, just don't eat a Snickers bar.
Or, yeah, you just don't want it enough. It's just...
Yeah. And again, that's no disrespect to it, but that works with so many things. Like, you have to do the nitty gritty stuff in order to get to the position where you are living a life that you are happy with. You know, for some people, they want to be earning really good money, right? You can only get to good money when you've grafted to the good money, unless you have rich parents that will just chuck money at you, or you get a lottery win. People think now they just turn up, do bare minimum, get maximum results from it. And that in terms of like, they can, oh yeah, well, I've been in the gym for 2 weeks now and I haven't got any clients and I don't get why. Right, I don't know what just happened. The camera died because I forgot to plug in the external battery because we were in a rush to film this. But I'm also conscious that we've been talking for a lot of time.
Yeah.
But just to basically round up what I was saying, you can't get to where you're good. You can't get to the good stuff before going through the shit. Yeah. That's fundamentally the point I'm trying to make.
And it applies across the board for pretty much everything. Like, you can't just be good at something overnight. It doesn't work like that. You have to be shit at it. You have to put the work in.
You have to learn.
Yeah.
Comes with time.
The way I always talk about it is, it's like walking into a new job for the first time. You're going to be shit. You just have to keep turning up and keep going at it. But yeah.
Takes time. Right. I'm aware we've been talking for a long time now. So if you're still listening, thank you very much. That's more of an insight into sort of how we got to where we are, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess so. It's been quite a nice little chat, that one.
Yeah, but if anybody's listening going, God, that was a lot of waffle. Yes, it fucking was, and I like waffles.
You're welcome.
Both potato and Belgian. Sweet and savoury.
But yeah, if you're still here, you're still listening, like, save, share, subscribe, all that jazz.
Comment
what
you want. If you've got any topics you want us to talk about, if you've got any agony aunt stuff, if you've got just any questions.
Love a dilemma or two.
I'd love a dilemma or two.
Love a story.
I'd love a story.
Yeah, so if you want to send them on the email is available on our
stpoddy@gmail.com. However, yeah, I'm right. I am right. Yeah. I know that because I made it.
You made it.
But yeah, the link's on the Instagram as well. If you're not following the Instagram, then, well,
boo you whore.
See you over there. Wow. I'll see you over there. But yeah, just fire over some questions. Fire over some dilemmas. We want stories. If there's ever a story you want to tell us about how you walked in on your granddad bending your grandma over and it traumatized you, I want to know all about that. But I will keep you anonymous if you choose to be. But yeah, just give us stuff to talk about. Like I said, dilemmas mainly.
Yeah, we'd love it. You are very good at agony aunt problem solving. You are really good at it. So yeah, it'd be really good to get involved in something like that. Maybe do some of that.
Yeah, I'd quite like to. And that way you don't have to listen to us talk about us all the time.
Yeah.
Right. So I've just had to sort the camera out again because we've also run out of memory on one of the cards. So I promise I'm a professional at this, but today has been a shithouse. So thank you for listening. Episode 3 is a wrap. See you for episode 1, 2, 3, 4.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye.